What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Last Year the Nightmare video. It's been a hot minute. Got some guys in the background. Don't be distracted by them. There's two of them back there. There's one right there and one right there. But sometimes he's got to get things done, even when the boys are... Saturdays are for the boys. It's Friday. So, it's been... Last time we talked about last year, in terms of making a video on them, it was literally saying, hey, there is zero communication. I have no idea what's going on with the game. The video was literally called What Happened Last Year the Nightmare, and basically we were like, I don't know. It's dying slowly, and one of the concerns about that, the worst part was communication. They just never said anything, and that was concerning.
Yeah.
But the Discord store shutting down was also a concern, and that is proving to be, based on the Q&A that they just did, an AMA in their Discord, that apparently affected them more than a lot of people realized.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's so their community team is no longer with the company.
Yeah.
Trade Baron, their community manager, is no longer with the company. Darth J.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty high at Elastic, got promoted. He's no longer with the company. So this AMA Q&A was from Brother Justin, who I believe is decently high at Elastic Games.
Yeah, so it's completely different people now. I imagine they're trying to hire a new community team, and all I'm saying is, bring in the boys. We would happily do that.
Retro Redux Entertainment is separate from Slash and Cast, so...
Would happily come in and help with community.
Yeah.
Have to do it ourselves all the time. So let's go. We're going to go through some of these questions, the ones that we thought were the most important. If you want to see the whole thing, though, join their Discord. They got a tab in there that literally just says Q&A. You can read all this. But we want to discuss some of these. First of all, the question was, can you give us information on the update we have all been waiting for? And the answer was actually pretty interesting because it said you are not waiting for an update. You're waiting for an entire relaunch. When Discord decided to go in a different direction and remove the storefront, we had to reevaluate our strategy for the game as well. This puts us in a position where it became clear that the future of content and the community will be on a different platform. Let's stop there for a second. So those who bought it on Discord are probably already concerned, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Even though we don't quite get the answer we want, but it's going to go to Steam. It's going to stay on Steam. That's where it's going to be have its healthiest life, I assume. At the end of the day, the Discord store, complete and utter failure.
I feel like they banked the success on the Discord store on last year.
Which is why.
On one game, you know?
Yeah, you gotta... Not only just that one game, but a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
That's already a risk in general. So Discord really, that whole team probably got fired because they are stupid. However, we didn't want to simply give you the same game on another platform. We took your feedback seriously, and we've been working on a new version of last year that we hope to unveil to you very soon. But that means that we are in full dev mode and not a live game. This has been confusing for the community, sure has, and for that, we apologize. But it's been best for the game, and therefore, what's best for all of us. You are not waiting for an update, you are waiting for a relaunch of the next chapter in the Last Year universe. They almost make this sound like it's a sequel. It's literally going to sound like Last Year, The Nightmare 2.
But it kind of is.
It kind of is.
In a way, I don't really blame them. They have to rework the entire way their game was built, because it was built for Discord.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist anymore. The Discord store doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, even, getting the game now, you have to go, through their Discord page directly, and, it's a paid.
Yeah.
And you can't have a successful game doing that. So that's why they're 100% focused on Steam. Totally get that. And yeah, when you say relaunch, to me, it sounds like a whole different game than what we had before. It's almost like we were just playing an alpha, and now we're getting completely different, like Hide or Die, for example. We played an alpha that was way different than the game we have now. How drastic is that change really going to be when we get to Last Year on Steam? Who knows?
I don't know. Well, because the thing was, the original Last Year game was meant to be a asymmetrical horror game. But then when they rebranded and announced that they were partnering with Discord, they rebranded to asymmetrical action game. Maybe they're going more horror now. They were still it was still horror-y.
Yeah.
On Discord, but maybe they're going a little more scary.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That would be a nice approach to take.
Yeah.
I think part of Last Year was just a little too cartoony.
Yes.
We just twist that just a little bit, get a little more to the horror.
Yes.
And you got a probably more fun game. Is Last Year the Nightmare still being released on Steam? It is indeed releasing on Steam. We are not ready to announce the release date, but we will be very soon. Can't wait to show you what we've all been working on. What exclusives will the people who purchase on Discord get before we go into this, there was exclusives for Discord.
Yes.
There were supposed to be like exclusive clothing packs for like the survivors, and I don't know if there was anything for killers, but there were exclusives for Discord purchasers, so that when it came to the point where Steam and Discord were like cross-platform playing, that you would stand out. That was kind of like the point. They said, "We are eternally grateful to the Discord players for supporting us for our initial launch and for all the valuable feedback you've given us. It allowed us to create a version of the game that we hope all of you will be very happy with. We're also working directly with Discord to figure out how we can reward those who purchase a game on Discord appropriately. Once we figure that out, the more technical aspects of this, we're going to announce to the community how we're going to be rewarding them." If I was to guess, I imagine they're just going to do like some sort of bot where Discord sends you either like a Steam code or a code to a DLC on Steam.
Right. Yeah. Because I imagine this. This is just my thoughts on what is possible. That Discord gets a list of everyone who's bought the game, and then sets up a bot or somehow to distribute Steam keys, which they'd have to either buy from Elastic Games or just generate for free. Elastic Games would have to generate, and then just send them out to everyone who's bought the game on Discord.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those weird situations, but we don't know yet. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully that's a step they take. Well, the players who already bought the game on Discord get a free Steam key. Steam key for Discord players. We're working with Discord to find the best way to reward our original player base. Like they said, we don't want to commit to anything until we're 1,000% sure it's technically possible. But our number one priority is to keep the community together and to reward our early adopters appropriately.
So yeah, like you
ideally, they're going to try doing that in probably the fashion that we just said.
Just saying, you guys know this at Elastic Games. Don't make us buy the game again.
Yeah,
that would be the worst decision ever.
Yeah, some way, or one way or another, man, find a way to get those Discord players who bought the game a Steam key.
Right, and it is a real concern. There are a bunch of people asking that in the last year Discord, and again, that's the answer we're getting. We're working with Discord to figure it out.
Yeah. Do you guys plan on changing how you communicate with the community? We know that we fucked up communication shortly after the Discord release, but we know it's something that we need to improve upon if we're going to build a solid community that trusts us. This is our first step, reaching out to you as people. The next step is rebuilding our communication teams from the ground up and overhauling our communication strategy so that when we begin communicating with you again regularly, we've learned from our mistakes. Again, very open to helping with that situation.
The thing is, like, sorry to sidetrack a little bit, but like, yeah, we have Slash and Cast with Retro Redux. Like, we sit here, over the last 6 months, we've been sitting here literally creating a content plan.
Yeah.
Just thinking about how we would do better.
Yeah.
And, we have that plan. Just saying, it's a legitimate offer.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they're just going to rebuild their team. And, like, that needs to be a big step. They need to figure that out because one of the biggest concerns for where Last Year's Ever was is the fact that they just weren't communicating. And when they did, it was poor at best. Like, it was not good. And there was a lot of sensitivity when it came to communications too that we noticed, which is why we were concerned when we made the last video that we were going to get blacklisted, just because we saw how that community team was responding to criticism. Constructive criticism. I mean, people that are assholes are just going to talk shit to you. Yeah, I mean, get rid of those trolls. But when people are trying to constructively criticize your game and help you out, and your response is,
how dare you have this concern? How dare you ask me about it?
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not how you build a community and have a strong future. Okay, can you give the community any information about the roadmap? They had to change the roadmap because of the shift in direction here at Discord. When we relaunch on Steam, we're going to be unveiling what the new future of the game looks like, and we will work doubly hard to improve our communication to ensure that any and all news reaches the community as quickly as possible. In other words, that roadmap that we saw with all that DLC, that was 3 different chapters coming out this year, not a chance. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's okay as long as we get it at some point. The question is, how much will that DLC change with this relaunch? Who knows? We'll find out when we get a new roadmap. But we are getting another one at some point. And that's nice. 3 more questions here that we found important. First, will there be more procedural aspects to the maps to make them feel more varied? The static nature of the map, pathing, and spawns made things feel very repetitive, oftentimes. That's a very interesting question. We're looking at many ways to keep our content fresh for long-term players. In other words, they're going to find a way to... It was very repetitive, and it was fun for like 4 or 5 games, and then you're like, wow, I did the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
That's always a risk with asymmetrical horror games like this. So finding a way to mix things up, more things to do, I'm glad that they're going to address that.
Yes.
Have some more long-term play out of it.
Definitely.
Will the relaunch be happening in 2019? As mentioned before, we are a small team. We're trying to do something ambitious that's never been done before. Make it AAA quality. I don't even know what that would stand for. Game. Make a AAA quality game with an indie-sized team. There will be a lot of learnings as we grow, though we promise to only deliver quality experiences, and that takes time for us to do it right. Please be patient with us as we grow together. And all that being said, news is coming very soon. A lot of amazing and exciting things are happening here, and we want to tell you all about them, but we can't just yet. However, one way or another, real news will be coming very soon, and we want to get our community fired up about last year again. This seems like one of the situations where you're kind of... It's probably not going to be this year based on that answer.
Right.
I'm kind of hoping... The game launched in October. I don't know if people will remember when this game came out. It's been almost a year.
Well, the beta came out in October.
Well, the game actually came out in Christmas?
December, yes.
Yeah.
A week before Christmas, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was going right into Christmas. So it's been almost a year. So a relaunch in the Halloween season, I think, would be the best way to go about it. But it's only 2 months away, and I have no idea what status they're at right now, what position they're in. So it's a waiting game.
Again, I would hope that because of this Q&A, that Elastic Games is close. Don't do what we did before and give communication when you're nowhere near done.
Right.
Gun Media has done something like similar, where they are announced something that won't be ready for a long, long time.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's even worse if you announce something and then it never comes, right? So if you, I think, not so much Uber Jason and whatnot, but, I think Paranoia is a really good example of how you shouldn't go about something like that. Announcing this thing that you're all pumped about, get people excited about, then you're like, it's actually not very good, we're not going to release it. That's not a position you want to be in, so hopefully they're in a decent spot.
Right. Hopefully they're in a decent spot now, which is why they decided to do this.
Right.
Hopefully this wasn't just truly out of the blue. We didn't mention before, but they were doing some secret code 2 days ago and yesterday.
Yeah.
They were putting a bunch of emotes and saying heed the signs, and when you decode the emotes, it says, update coming soon. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't have it off the top of my head. And then yesterday there was AMA, and then a clock at noon. They did the Amber emote, the Molotov emote, and then the Amber emote, AMA, and then the noon emoji.
Yeah, but what is one of the date? Then they have September dates.
Here, I can look it up
because that is interesting. I'll go on to the next question when we do that.
Yes.
How would you approach a progression system? What would you like for it to be, and how would it affect matches? This is the only answer that I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I would approach it cautiously and carefully. Progression systems, when encountered in the wild, can be very volatile. You should always carry jerky in your back pocket and avoid eye contact.
And that was it.
Yeah, listen, I hear you, but a little bit of avoiding the question, that was a huge concern. It was, where's the progression system? So I probably wouldn't answer it like that.
Right. That's been a huge talking point over the last, since the game came out with no progression system. What are you going to do? And it was always kind of a cop-out saying, we want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah.
No, you don't launch a game without a progression system.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons it got so repetitive so quickly, is that you have literally nothing to strive for except for trophies, which half the time are bugged anyway.
Exactly.
So progression system is important. So an actual answer on that and what you guys are thinking about doing, or the steps if it's going to be part of the relaunch, that's important to the community. Would love to hear at least a little bit about that.
And there are many, many community ideas. We have some great ideas on a progression system, if you want to hear them. Just saying. I found the message. So it was a bunch of emojis, and then heed the signs is what was posted. And when you decode those emojis with the first letter, It comes out to something like this. Game starting new to Steam, coming at September, prepare more post soon.
Coming at September. Interesting.
Because the coming at September, it was Chad, Amber, Strangler.
Interesting. We'll see though. We don't know. Don't get your hopes up for September. Just like based on their small team answer, and that's fine. The thing is, I'm not nearly. I was actually like frustrated at the point when we made What Happened Last Year Nightmare video.
Yes. We actually made another one.
Yeah, we made another one that was even worse, but we never posted it. But now, like, I got answers. There was communication, so at least, I may be waiting longer to see an update or to see the relaunch. But like, I know that one's happening. I have that communication factor. That was enough. That was enough to put me over that I'm not frustrated. And that's what we need to see more and more from Last Year the Nightmare if you want to keep a community surrounding this game and make it successful for a while, for a long time.
The thing is, like, we wouldn't be making these videos. And the people, even the trolls in your Discord server, if they didn't care about the game, they wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be making this video.
Right.
We want this game to succeed so bad. We've been waiting since the Kickstarter launch in 2014.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this game. And it finally came, and we get, stabbed in the back almost.
We hit a wall.
Yes.
Hit a bit of a wall there. We got a crash dummy face first right into a concrete wall. But hopefully we'll get through the wall now. And we'll keep going.
Right. Yeah, that's all we want, this game to succeed. Because we love horror. And indie games, if there's talent, they deserve to be shown.
Exactly. But that is our thoughts. Let us know yours. Let us know yours. God, man, it's too early. I have been slurring over my words. It's like I'm drunk at 10 a.m. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for last year? What do you think about these updates? What do you think about this Q&A? Let us know in the comments below. That's going to wrap today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And, of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.